A quick check on a report from you on the number of buses that you've seen and how you think London is faring, Mr. Mayor.
Well, we've got quite a good service, all things considered. I think about 33%, maybe as much as 37% of the buses are running. I thank very much the drivers who are coming in, and obviously there is still time for other drivers to sign on in the course of the day. And I do think it is very frustrating that the union basically decided not to put to their members a very considerable sum of money that was made available to them. Well, the 8.3 million from the Olympic Delivery Authority, that would have covered the extra work done by loads of bus drivers. I've got a great deal of sympathy for bus drivers. They work incredibly hard. They provide a vital service. They come under a lot of pressure from Londoners, and that was the cash. And these guys from the union were patently hell-bent on having a strike. And one of the consoling things about this morning is how many buses actually are running.
But, Mr. Mayor, 35 days to go before London 2012. We've known we were having the Olympics coming here since 2005.
Sure.
I appreciate you weren't mayor then, but why, for the love of God, are we dealing at the 11th hour?
Well, don't forget that and people understand this, the buses stand in a different relation to TfL than, say, the tube drivers. They are direct employees. The buses, it really is up to those companies to sort out.
Mr. Mayor, it's up to you, isn't it, to go round to Transport for London and say, months ago, right, I can see Olympics coming, I've still not got the bus drivers locked down, don't come into my office again until you've got this resolved.
Well,
Mr. Mayor.
I mean, there were deals done at the beginning of the year, and what's happened is, I'm afraid, that the bus companies have had ample opportunity to listen to what the unions have had to say, and we went the extra mile. I mean, don't forget, Nick, we with plenty.
Well, you might have got, but the buses aren't, are they? Buses aren't
doing
doing any miles at all, Mr. Mayor.
That's not quite true. As I've just said, the buses.
85% of the workforce are out there. 60 to 70% of buses aren't working, and we are 35 days from the games, and it's still not resolved. And the union representative said on this programme this morning that you may or may not be aware, if it's necessary, he'll have more strikes.
Well, you know, they can do that, and I think what they are revealing is that their motives are entirely political, and they don't think they have the interests of their members, of their workers, of bus drivers at heart. The bus drivers who aren't turning up today are losing a shed load of money, at least £120 for not appearing for work. That is, they're not going to get that back. And what I think is disgraceful is that the package that we came up with, the ODA's extra cash, 8.3 million from the Olympic Delivery Authority to compensate bus drivers for extra work that they were doing, has not even been put to bus drivers. But I think that is an absolute dereliction of duty by the union leaders.
Yes, you keep telling us about the union leaders.
What it tells me is that they're militant.
All right, just lastly before
I think lots of Londoners, by the way, Nick, lots of Londoners are going to be working unbelievably hard during the Olympics without any extra pay at all.
You've rewarded tube drivers, you've rewarded Docklands drivers.
Well, sure.
So why not bus drivers, Mr. Mayor?
People will say that therefore people will say that the offer that was there was very fair. It was more than fair, and it was absolutely wrong of the union leaders not to put that to their membership. They could have done it. There was ample opportunity. What could have happened was the bus company said, OK, we will give you the right to postpone the strike. You can go ahead. We won't challenge it legally. You can postpone the strike if you will at least put this to your members. If you at least consult bus drivers about what is a very generous offer. They didn't do that. They didn't want to do that. They would much rather do their best to bring London to a standstill. And actually, they haven't succeeded in doing so.